It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Bears and the Ravens on Thursday night.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watch some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. And again, scrimmage. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. action now. Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. This time, Jackson will throw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. K.J. Osborne from 10 yards out. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker with an extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And what an incredible athlete with a cannon for an arm. And he's drawing comparisons to some of the best mobile QBs the league has ever seen. In addition, this is a young man who's learned from his mistakes along the way. Prepares really well each and every time now. And he's got an opportunity to blossom in this system.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Willis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Shotgun snap to Willis. And this one's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Willis to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy and
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Stingley picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Willis. They'll roll him out right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Willis. And that is incomplete.
That was smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. This one caught by Osborne, right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the right side with Henry. Brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Now Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 84 yards. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go play action with Willis. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Play action. It's Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. Willis out of the gun. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown. Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game. A first down carry for Henry. It's Dominic Robinson who comes in and makes a play. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throw left side, caught by Ryman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Jackson now. Drops this underneath, it's Mitchell. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that. Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception. And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down and a yard. Up the middle they go. Blackburn, 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Play action. Willis. He'll buy some time right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Willis looks to pass it here. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. To throw, here's Willis. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he gets it down to the 32. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Jackson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now it's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the gun, it's Jackson. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Flowers going to go in motion right. They go play action now. Jackson checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion right. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop him. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Willis will look to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Willis. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Willis wants to pass it again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the stuff. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big. You're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal. Here's the backup. Jacoby Brissett steps away to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jacoby Brissett, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Room to run at the 50. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. First down, here's Mitchell. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. He finds his man complete. That's Ali. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. And that is no good. And the lead will stay put at 17.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now Herbert to start the drive. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert, 56 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. That halftime lead dwindling.
I love the way you just said that. Perfectly encapsulates what we're seeing right here. Strike after strike, making the big comeback, and right now they are putting the pressure on them in a huge way.
Scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the offense for the Ravens returns to the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Throwing to start the drive. Goldstein got his man complete over the middle. It's Cunningham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. Operating from the gun. Goldstein. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Going to give to Greer here. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Mitchell will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Tucker with the extra point. That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves 2017. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense and Khalil Herbert making their way back out. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Operating from the gun, Goldstein.
Right side and caught by Kohler. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Goldstein.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Bears now ready to take over again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive. Goldstein.
Throw caught by Flowers. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. Goldstein. And it's intercepted at the goal line. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window, and sometimes interceptions result.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Brissett.
This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he will have the Bears' 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
This is 2nd and 8.
To throw, Brissett.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he should go put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Back near his goal line, Brissett.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Play action now, Brissett.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Now Brissett.
He'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Herbert powering up the middle.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Brissett sets to throw it.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Gerald Everett from 4 yards out.
And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Past midfield, look out. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way.
Touchdown, Ravens. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Brissett. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Brissett now. And now here is another interception. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. From the gun on third down, Goldstein. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Throw left side complete. That's more. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Brissett. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. A handoff for Herbert. Dances by at the 20. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 135 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Second down, they go back to Herbert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Brissett rolling to his right. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point up and through. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Off play action. Goldstein to about the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Ali going to try the right side.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On the zone read, they'll go with Ali.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going...
And my goodness, another interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. On 1st down, it's a run with Ali.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this week.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time.